It's not like you to say sorry. Was waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken. For handing you a heart war breaking. Just for words in my head scream. Are we having fun yet? Yeah. Are we singing Nickelback? Why?
I don't know, but it's still happening.
Look at this photograph. Tell me it doesn't sound like the other song.
Oh my God.
And this is how you remind me. All the Nickelback songs are the same.
But you know, body.
She said, do you love me? I said, I only party. I only love my mom and Cyberpunk. I'm sorry.
Cyberpunk, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yes.
Welcome back, everyone. This is Arnaldo, a.k.a. Mad Dog, and this is going to be the real 123 of GG's The Mouthful podcast. Thank you so much. That voice, of course, is Mr. David Santos, a.k.a. Dream Twister.
Hello! Why am I yelling?
I don't know. And away from the mic. I mean...
Well, otherwise, I will cause permanent damage to our equipment and to the ears of our listeners.
I was going to say, how do you expect to blow people's ears out?
What are you because what are you talking about? My yelling is the ASMR. Is that what they call those sounds that make you tingly?
True.
like water, like rain. You know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, dude. There have
been the background music.
The background music.
Sounds.
There are Twitch channels devoted to that shit.
There's freaking YouTube videos
people
of that.
eating
4 hours.
People prepare. People like scissors. Like there was a channel of just a person like just using scissors on someone's hair. And that was supposed to put them like in a relaxing state to sleep. Yeah, that's the thing.
They must love to cut their hair, is what it is.
Or to listen to people chewing. That's another one.
Oh hell no.
Oh hell yes.
That's not.
It exists, bro.
I'm sure it exists. But
I don't know if it's ASMR or AMSR or whatever it is. Or
listeners. Tell us what this is.
Yeah, just look at it on YouTube.
You know what we're talking about.
Look at it on the YouTubes.
On the YouTubes.
It's a relaxing voice. And of course, me talking in this sound voice.
Barry Manilow is what we're going back to.
GG.
If this is your first time listening to the show, guys, thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes, thank
Please.
you. Please.
Go to goodgame.tech and join the conversation there.
We are a friendly group. We're a friendly bunch. You're more than welcome.
Also, like, subscribe, and share the podcast with everyone.
Sit back and relax and enjoy the flight.
Thank you. Actually, that is rather relaxing.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
This pilot is super high.
Well, sir, let's start the show with what we always start with, and that is what have we been up to? Mr. David Santos.
That's me.
What have you done?
Well, I went back to Yakuza 0.
Okay.
I mean, sorry, not Yakuza 0, but Yakuza Kiwami. And the reason being that I recently...
You have nothing else to do.
There's nothing else to play.
Life is so boring that I went back to...
You're enjoying Dead Cells too much. And I'm like, well, I need a game that I can enjoy. And it's not going to be Dead Cells. No, I'm kidding. That game's fine. That game's fine. Don't get me wrong. But I can't play it for more than one or two trips. 1 or 2 rounds. But I forgotten that Yakuza Kiwami 2 was released this week. And I received it.
You forgot you pre-ordered it?
Yeah, I forgot that I pre-ordered it.
Nice.
Dude, at this time, I have 4 Yakuza games. 3 of them that I haven't played. Well, I mean, one of them I'm playing right now, which is Yakuza Kiwami, which is the remake of the first one. And Kiwami 2, obviously, the remake of the second one. And then Yakuza 6. So I have a huge backlog. Those games are super long. Mm-hmm. The good thing is that at least they have a story that carries it. Because as we have already discussed, the gameplay, at least on the on the early ones, and Yakuza 0, it did a fine job, but it is the fighting looks cool the first time you do it, the first few times you do it, and then it just gets stale. Then it gets too familiar, the brawling, and too grinding, too grindy. So I recognize this is a game where the story is what's carrying it through, because it is like I called it before, Japanese Yakuza soap opera. It is amazing. It is very well told and very well acted, and they're not dubbing or anything like that. So you see that when they mean something, even though you're reading the subtitles, it's so well freaking done that you're in amazement. Like I had to pick this one up again because I played it last time I played was back in March, I think, and I forgot what I've done. But the good thing is that this game it lets you revisit all the cutscenes.
Oh, okay.
Dude, that was like a good, and I think I'm like halfway through, if I had to guess, probably not even
in the game. Wait, Kiwami is a repeat of the remake of the first one,
right?
Is it a direct copy remake of the first one, or is it like an enhanced?
It's very enhanced.
Version
It is,
it
definitely has changes. Yeah, it definitely has changes that made improvement, and that's why I was excited. And Kiwami 2 got the same treatment. They made it, especially on a newer engine, the engine that they use for Yakuza 6, which is supposed to have some cool physics, and I was excited to see that, and I'm sad to hear that Yakuza 3 and 4 and 5, they're just gonna be not remake.
The way they are, yeah.
They're just gonna be what you call the other
remasters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're just gonna be remasters of the same thing. And I already played 3 to completion, so I don't need to play that one again. And you all know my feelings about 4. Too many characters, 4 different characters, and you're leveling them all individually.
Too many starting over.
Yeah. So anyway, all that to to say that I'm really enjoying it. I sat down for like an hour and a half of just watching cutscene after cutscene after cutscene.
An hour and a half? You basically watched the movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's basically yeah.
That's probably the way I will play that game. I'll just look that up on YouTube. Watch.
Yeah, just watch it.
Just sit back and just enjoy.
And you might as well, because the acting is that good. The story is that interesting.
I mean, I guess I'm thinking of the original. Is it the exact same stuff from the original, or it's like
I've never played the original Yakuza.
Oh, okay.
I could tell you Yakuza. Well, I have to imagine that they are. I mean, I'm not talking about Oscar.
No, I know what you mean.
For a game, they do handle some like mature stuff,
Mm-hmm.
So in that sense, it is a good story. Also, the reveals that you get, the betrayals, and the interesting things that you don't expect. That how I love like crazy reveals, and those games are usually pretty good at handling those,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, to me the stories are great. There's some moments that are very touching, like Yakuza 0 had a moment that like literally had me like a little tear, because it was like, oh man, this is
good stuff. Okay.
Just like too beautiful. So yeah, I'm enjoying that, and but unfortunately I know that at some point I'm gonna stop, and I'm probably gonna write down where I left off, because we all know the game that we'll be waiting for is coming out next week.
That's right.
Yeah.
A week from today.
Yeah, a week from today. Dragon Quest 11. That's going to be
Not
super
even
hot.
close.
That's going to be super hot. That's going to be a great JRPG based on the Dragon Warrior series. It is. It has the music of the original. It looks like a great JRPG.
Negative.
So I'm super, super excited for that one. I got it already pre-ordered real cheap.
You too,
because I got the PC. And yeah, that's. Oh, and I guess Spider-Man's also being released this week, right? Is it this week?
I think so. I'm not even sure.
I know.
I have to check.
You're excited about Dragon Quest, as you very well showed on the group when I posted it. You bastard!
I have like such little desire to even watch a trailer for that game. And don't get me wrong, I'm not in any way. I respect it. It is this.
No, you don't.
No, I do. It's a
thing.
respectable JRPG, very classical JRPG.
Which is what Final Fantasy is not.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be, but not anymore.
Not anymore, yeah.
But that's not even what it is. It's not even because it's traditional. It is. Oh, it is.
Let's face it. You don't have time to play this type of games
well, that's
anymore.
true too. I mean, it's like a 100-hour game. I'm just like, I don't got it. I don't got that. I don't have it.
Yeah. No. Obviously, Spider-Man. It's there. That one's. My body is ready.
Oh yeah, me too.
That's gonna happen. So, which is also it's bad in the sense that anything that I'm playing, I like. Even if I'm having a good time, I still feel like, man, this is just filler. This is just to pass the time.
You're so looking at it the wrong way.
Yeah, I know. It's because it's supposed to entertain you. But especially over the weekend, I had zero game time, zero. And the existential issue that I was having last week, where I didn't know what to play. So I'm glad that at least I got back to Yakuza. I remember that.
Hashtag first world problems over here.
Yeah, true. So many games on my backlog.
Woe is me.
And I still have Octopath to go back to on the Switch.
Don't even worry about that game. You got what you wanted out of it. You're fine.
No, I still want to go through it, but fuck that Messenger. Fuck that Messenger was released yesterday.
Yep.
And I haven't even. You know what? Let's just go ahead and buy it.
Let's just order it as we're speaking.
You know what? As well. So what have you been up to, man?
Oh, that's all you got? Okay. Well, damn, I thought you were going to go a little bit long there.
Well, we started late because we got a little delayed.
Yes.
Some cyberpunking were happening.
Something about 2077.
We're playing the
future
the
of
hidden beta.
Humanity.
And we're not supposed to talk about that.
Yes. Not at all.
We broke NDA. Well, that's fine. We'll edit it.
I mean,
we'll edit this part out.
I mean, we could just change the past. That's how we do.
Yeah.
That's how the future is.
That's right.
So, for the record, this weekend I did quite a bit. First off, I had my Final Fantasy.
There
my
you go.
fantasy football draft.
Your Final Fantasy football draft.
No,
that's what you should call it.
I know. No one will get it. I would be the only one laughing in the corner.
No,
you got a bunch of football guys.
Just the important people that care about.
A bunch of football fanatics going, the fuck is he laughing at? I don't understand.
No, that's the problem with football.
No, there's nothing wrong
those
with
type
football.
of people.
No.
That's the people you have to deal with. People that are talking about, yeah, man, I picked, Dwayne Johnson for, he has a 500.
Yes, I picked The Rock as my running back.
My quarterback is, freaking The Rock.
Yes.
And, I got to play for the Florida Panthers.
You're so way off. It's unreal. Saturday I had my fantasy football draft, and as always, amazing. We're up to 16 team owners, so it's a nice, tight, full league. I heard somebody suggested to me I should start a second league, and I am definitely thinking about it now. Thank you, Mr.
I'm sorry. I apologize for that. Not because of me. They're going to be two teams, two leagues.
Oh, man. It's going to be so good. But yeah, so...
Soon enough, you're going to have enough to open a franchise. Yeah. You're going to be like your own DraftKings. DraftKings.com.
Nice. Dude, you just handing the ideas away. You really should
You know what? We should call it Fantasy Good Game.
So that's actually what unfortunately delayed last week's episode, because I was doing that all Saturday.
It went delayed?
I actually didn't post it till Sunday.
Oh, yeah. You see what football does? You see what football does to it interrupts.
It puts everything in the back seat.
Exactly. It interrupts gaming, the most important video gaming.
Sir, this is a form of gaming.
No,
yes,
this is
stressful, as you know.
They keep changing the rules. I heard it was
they don't
terrible.
Change the rules.
I don't know. All jokes aside, I do I like watching the games. I just don't care about knowing the history, the lore of each player, and he had a back surgery, bolted a disc on the back.
To be fair,
because
the only reason the team owner cares is is this guy gonna make me points or not? That's all you need to know. It's actually kind of.
I did the fantasy football one time.
You did.
It was fun. It was
you enjoyed
super stressful because I knew nothing. and you were gracious enough to coach me through it. Even when I was playing against you, you gave me sound advice.
Yes.
You gave me good advice.
Yes.
I
have to be fair as a commissioner. I'm the commissioner of the league. I have to be fair. I can't exactly, play favorites and so everybody has to get even.
You're too good for this world. You're too too fair and too just.
I don't know about that.
You're Captain America.
That's my hero, so I don't know if I can take that.
You're too good for this world, Mr. Mad Dog.
I'll tell you what I was able to do, though. I was able to fit into one day.
Into one day,
I was able to fit in. Started
Donut County, yay!
Uncharted Lost Legacy, my friend.
Oh, in a day?
In a day.
In a day you played that game?
In a day. I put it in on Sunday morning after I finished doing everything.
What a great time to play it.
Yeah.
Just a Sunday morning.
A
whole Sunday.
My wife had to go do stuff, and then she came back. She had to finish her homework, so I was there, dude.
For
a whole day.
For a whole day, right? It took
I had already installed it, but I just turned it on. It sat back. It was my second cup of coffee, and I'm just like,
nice.
Let's do it. And just ran through the whole thing. And dude,
nice.
Let me tell you how this game embarrasses Tomb Raider. Okay, absolutely. And I'm coming right off of Tomb Raider. And
I know
this
you are.
game, which is literally meant to be a DLC of Uncharted 4.
But I would still call it a full game, though.
It is.
Yeah, it is a full game.
Yeah, which is why they sold it like a separate full game.
Yeah.
It is so grand
Yeah.
that it's like this $40 title from Uncharted just literally smacked the hell out of Rise of the Tomb Raider. Again, not to say that Rise of the Tomb Raider is bad, because it's not bad at all.
No,
Okay.
not at all. The gameplay is fantastic, and the world it's good to explore and all like that. It's just the story is very
my God.
meh.
And here you have, so if you don't know, this is it's a side story. Actually takes place after the events of Uncharted 4. So technically you would want to play Uncharted 4 first if you're trying to do things chronologically. It stars Chloe Fraser from Uncharted 2 and 3. She's not in 4, if I recall correctly. No, she's not in 4.
Chloe is not in 4.
No, and then Nadine, who was in Uncharted 4. These two characters seem to be. I mean, when I first heard of this, I was like, of all the characters, why are they picking them? Chloe was cool and all, but she was pretty one-dimensional. We'll give it 1.5 dimension, you know what I mean? Because she was, for the most part, she was not a good character. She was a thief, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just this normally, would betray if need to betray somebody just so that she saves her own skin. By the end of this game, dude, Chloe is a fully realized, absolutely awesome character, and so is Nadine. I think
Nadine takes it.
Yeah,
on this game.
Nadine.
Absolutely.
Nadine also from the little bit that we saw in part 4 of her, dude, both of them grow to the point where I'm like, man, I'm not going to go into spoilers on anything, but there's a scene there's elements of Chloe Fraser that you can draw direct lines to what Tomb Raider has been doing. With a female treasure hunter. You can say thief because whatever it is. I just said her name. Oh, Chloe. Mm-hmm. But they're direct links. It's almost as it was on purpose to say, guys, I understand you guys want to bring Lara to where she should be. This is what you should do. Do this. You know what? Here's what you do. Square, just license the game over to Naughty Dog. Let them handle it for a little bit. Just do that. I know I'm talking a lot of. I'm praising Naughty Dog here, but I'm just, what it is? I wasn't expecting much.
Not shocking.
I wasn't expecting. Well, come on. I mean, who we're talking about here? I mean, if it was like some other ridiculous thing, I'm not gonna name any names. But the point is, I wasn't expecting much from the game, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. It was top notch. Graphics, just like Uncharted 4. Mm-hmm. Great story, just like Uncharted 4.
It felt that the pacing felt, to me, it felt even better
because it was perfect length.
It was a very perfect length. Exactly.
One thing that I can
overstated as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One thing I can knock Uncharted 4 is like it reaches almost 20 hours. Like this shouldn't be this long. Yeah. This should have finished already. And that's not here. Here, I think this is almost a better game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The only reason I put Uncharted 4 on top is because it has Drake, and I've been following Drake since the first one, and everything how it ends and everything, it's a beautiful ending. So I would put that above this one. But when I look at actual gameplay and pacing, I gave it to this one. This is perfect.
Honestly, my new list have this one on the top, then 2, then 4, 3, and 1.
Well, there you go.
That's my because just like you said, this has the right length, and I really love as much as I like the banter and the interaction of Sully and Drake.
Is great banter here too.
This one is fantastic.
Absolutely.
He reaches points where you're like, oh shit, it's about to go down, and it ends like really cool as well. Obviously it's not gonna have the ending of Uncharted 4. I feel it's like the wrapping up of the whole legacy of the
Drake legacy
of the exactly the Drake legacy. So you don't expect to see that level of wrap up
for this
one, but
you can definitely you can definitely see a future here, and I can definitely see that. I'm like, hey, all right, so Drake's story's over, but there are the characters, and if you're this dedicated to telling a story about them,
why not? Why not develop?
Exactly. So.
Although I think I'm good. Thank you.
I mean, you know what?
I don't think. I think. I mean, we could maybe one more.
We could take a break. No, I mean they could take a break. Do the next Last of Us 2, then move on to maybe something new, and then come back and say, hey, by the way,
something
here you go.
In a cyber futuristic world. Maybe
no, we already got that happening.
They're the only ones that can do it already.
As far as I'm concerned, and
not even Naughty Dog.
And then the last game that I played Chasm. I started Chasm on PlayStation 4. And I feel a little bad about this game because I realized this is actually a pretty good game, but because I played this after Dead Cells, I'm like, this is falling a bit short of what awesome side-scrolling action should be. You know what I mean? I don't have to talk about Dead Cells. You guys know how
Please
awesome
don't talk about Dead Cells.
Chasm is essentially a little bit different. It is another Metroidvania style game. It does have also procedurally generated levels. However, there are almost save points. And yes, you start from the beginning again when you die. But when you do die, there are easy points to get back to where you left off. So it's not like you have to redo all this over again. It actually does save it, but it I don't know how to explain it. But basically, you're able to get back to that particular. Also, like I did mention before, there are versions. You can actually select a version, and apparently there are a lot of versions. But you select a version, and let's say I want to, play the same level I have, and I give you the version number. You can input it, and that's the exact same map level that you.
So I get to play like.
The level I play.
The level you play, exactly. The seed, if you will.
Correct. So it is procedurally generated, but there is obviously a limit, and it just saves them, and everybody can play different ones. But overall, it's not bad. The character's a little floaty. I mean, he just pressed jump, and he literally leaps. I'm like, damn, this dude, yeah. So
like he's on the moon?
Yeah, a little bit on the moon. I'm like, this is weird. But it's okay. It's okay. And like I said, it's a shame. If I had played, it came out before Dead Cells. Had I played it first, I probably this is actually pretty decent. And then got to Dead Cells, like, this is the shit. But since I did it the other way around,
you're ruining it for everybody else.
The expectation is a little bit, it's a shame. But overall, it's not bad. I'll probably keep playing it. I'll probably play a little bit more now for the next week until Spider-Man. So yeah, that's all I've been doing. I will avoid the skin of the wolf.
From Netflix, I mean, that I recommend. Extinction is one of them.
Extinction?
As long as you don't have like big expectations.
Well, I didn't have big expectations, but it was, I don't know. It left me wanting. It's what it was. It's just like, And then there was a scene where I guess it was like an alleyway or something like that, and I was like, oh my god, that background is like that has to be like a wooden background. It was just like you just go push it over or something like that. The end was good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they spent all their budget on the special effects of the end. It was weird. It was just like, I was like, okay. And then the little girls. Oh my god. My wife and I are looking at each other a few often like, oh, I want to smack these girls. I'm just gonna smack. They were so annoying. It's like they don't listen. We need to go over here. It's for our own good. And they're like, no, but Dad, no. I'm like, oh. And he's Spanish. I'm like, dude, come on now. You know you would have laid your hand on her already. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. La chancleta would have been flying, bro. Yeah, come on now.
There's another one, but I can't remember the name. It's about something that's happening with the end of the world. It's not the end of the world, but something happened. Mm-hmm. Did you watch that one? I can't remember the name.
Little bit more specifics.
Yeah, I know.
It's called The End of the World.
The End of the World. Okay, well that's...
it's with this guy. Well, I can't remember his name either.
At least we know there's a guy in it.
Well, there's a couple of them.
This is great. I don't know. I'm going to go with I don't know this movie.
Get more info on that.
Okay.
And get back to you.
Very good. We're back, guys.
We are back.
And as you heard, there's two opinions for the movie Extinction. Both on opposite ends of the spectrum. But watch it, and decide for yourself.
That was one of our topic of our trailer of the weeks.
It was one of our trailer of the weeks, yes.
Yeah.
And
it's still a great trailer.
It's a great trailer, yeah. It sold it.
They spent the whole budget on it, apparently.
Pretty much, yeah. I think they spent too much, a little bit, on the budget.
Speaking of trailer of the week.
Speaking of trailer of the week, yes. We just watched the trailer of the week, and I'm not entirely sure which one you selected, sir. So you have to tell me which one it is.
So we decided to go. So there were two trailers. Admittedly, they were cool. I think I'm going to go with I Think We're Alone Now.
I Think We're Alone Now.
So let's talk about I Think We're Alone Now.
Yes.
So it's a movie about Debbie Gibson. Tiffany.
Tiffany?
Yeah.
Decent?
No, that was the name. That was her name.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know who we're talking about.
Alone now. You don't know the singer?
Okay, yes. I don't know her name, but I know that song.
I don't know her name either. I was just asking you
Evidently.
if you know who was Tiffany.
This movie has zero to do with that song. But it does star Peter Dinklage. And it apparently takes place.
Peter Dinklage.
Thank you, sir. Evidently, it takes place in a post-apocalyptic world because there doesn't seem to be anybody in who exists there.
So it takes place in the Division 2.
Division 2.
Yeah. So this is a
side story.
This is a side story from the Division 2. Yeah. So that should get you excited.
It should. It should. We have no idea what happened in the world. He stumbles upon a young girl who's probably in her teens. Doesn't know where she came from, how she survived. None of
They're the only two survivors, evidently.
The
I
place,
think they're alone now.
Yeah, the place does look like, or the city does look like a city, that was inhabited. It's not like everything's in ruins. It's not like Last of Us where it's 20 years into it. It looks like it's very recent. People were inhabiting, but now they're all gone.
Yeah.
And he's literally burying them.
Yeah.
If you see in the trailer, he's like, I guess whenever he stumbles upon one, it's okay. Well, I guess maybe wrap them up in this blanket and take it over here.
Yeah. Something happened. I mean, I gotta imagine some sort of like plague, maybe. Or
could be.
The happening happened, or a rapture.
God. Hopefully,
or
not the happening happened. Yeah.
Not the happening.
Yeah. It's interesting one because I like Peter Dinklage. I like the company it's coming from, and it looks interesting. And it looks like there's a mystery that's going to probably be revealed towards the end of the film. It's one of those movies you really kind of want to go blind into, which is really good, like A Quiet Place, where the trailer really did not sell it to me, and I was just like, this is okay, I guess. Like, this is a mystery, whatever. And then, of course, now I own that movie.
It has the potential to be good. You own it?
Yeah, I own that movie. Yeah, I've seen it like 4 times.
Well, you might as well, right? Yeah.
I know. And I bought it on the 4th time. I'm like, what an idiot. I should have bought it the first time, right? But So yeah, that's our trailer of the week. It is called. What's it called?
I think we're alone now.
I think we're alone now. By Tiffany Gibson.
I think we're alone. Tiffany Gibson.
Yes. All right, guys. So let's get into some news items.
We're gonna go into some news, and we're gonna do things a little different this time because, unfortunately, the piece of news that we have to share within that we'd rather start because it's important. It is very upsetting. It is very sad. As you guys know, this week there was a mass shooting in a Florida mall where a Madden tournament was happening. There were 3 dead, including the suspect. Details said that a competition for Madden NFL 19 tournament was happening in Jacksonville, Florida, Sunday afternoon. Evidently, at a news conference on Sunday evening, Sheriff Mike Williams of the Jacksonville Sheriff Office identified the shooting suspect as David Katz, 24, of Baltimore. Williams says that Katz was at the Madden tournament. It was a competitor, and that Katz shot and killed multiple people, then fatally shot himself. The things that are coming from it was that he was actually a competitor.
Yes, yeah, he was actually competing. He was
competing. This, by the way, this was an event that was being live streamed on Twitch.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it was actually up for a little while, and most places have pulled it down. Thank God, because that's not something that needs to be broadcast that way. So,
right. There was a second news conference on Monday afternoon where the sheriff office said their authorities had identified the 2 deceased victims as other competitors in the Madden tournament. 22-year-old Elijah Clayton of Woodlands Hill, California, known on the esports community as True Boy, and Taylor Robertson, known as Spot Me Please, or PLZZ, of Giles, West Virginia. So, it is.
It's a sad
it is
story.
upsetting.
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
It is upsetting. It kind of. It is. It's difficult to talk about just because. Obviously, it's a tragedy. And by the way, we have a very strict rule on the group. We are, we like to be, lighthearted and have, fun with things that happen on the group. There are some things that just because of respect and sensitivity issues, we're not gonna allow. We're not gonna allow, for example, like, as you can imagine, the internet is gonna be the internet. So the memes started pointing, coming out.
The point is to not be. We all know how the internet can be, absolutely ridiculous, and it doesn't show any respect and all that. And frankly, for the group, that's not what we want to be.
Yeah.
And not that anybody on the group currently would be that way.
No.
It can be, things could be viewed differently. And so that's why we wouldn't want certain things going on there.
Yeah, we'd appreciate, we appreciate your sense of humor or anything else. And this is not about being, obviously this is about being careful and being sensitive to, being respectful to the things that happen. I don't think this is something that we should be joking about. This is something very serious. This is a problem that we've been having in this country, for the longest times. And it kind of speaks to,
it's ridiculous,
man.
The
fact that this is a country that it doesn't seem to want to take the steps to kind of like control the ease of acquiring guns.
Correct. The assailant essentially has since what occurred, it's come out that he has been institutionalized and been diagnosed with mental illness. several times.
Yeah.
And still was able to purchase a handgun. That's,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to get into the politics as to what needs to be done, but clearly there's a problem. You know what I mean? And I know, I have people who come to my dinners. I have dinners at my house every other Thursday, and it's friends, family. And yeah, there's a couple people who are licensed to carry and they carry.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't have any, anger or issues with it. Hey, it is.
We're not saying.
Yeah,
nobody's saying we should take away.
Correct,
you're right.
Yeah.
It's not about that.
That's the immediate jump to what people think is going to happen, and I think obviously there's a middle ground. I'm not going to dwell on this because I just got really when it happened. My mom texted me. Believe it or not, I don't know if I told you this. My mom texted me, asked me if I was there, and I was like, no, what? And I didn't know about it at that point. Like it was early on. And I started looking up. I was like, no, I'm not. I was like, no. And I started thinking about it. I was like, I mean, granted, I wouldn't be at a Madden tournament. You know what I mean? Because I don't play Madden. I might attend
this
one.
could be on anything.
Yeah, I might attend one.
On anything.
It could have been in some other tournament.
It could have been on PAX. It could have been on E3. It could have been on.
It could have been Player One. It could have been joysticks. It could have been any of these places. And it's getting to the point where, like I said, I'm not going to dwell on this, but I'm just saying. Clearly, it's something. A change has to happen, and
to be clear, all I'm mentioning this is not to open up a debate of people taking away guns or anything like that. Second Amendment. This none of that crap. We're just saying.
That said, our hearts go out to to everybody involved. There was I think 9. People who were injured, from that as well. Can't even imagine, what that would be. And I know I'm dwelling on this longer, but I need to. but I was thinking about it. I was like, my son found a new place that actually does gaming stuff like that right in close to our home. You know what I mean? And that's where it really started hitting. It's like, this is close to me now. It was before. It was like, all right, well, I'm not. I generally don't hang out at clubs and stuff like that. So these things that happen probably are not going to, come my way. But this is a little bit closer, you know what I mean? And just be better people, man. That's all I'm saying. So I'm just leaving it at that.
Yeah. And I know it definitely, our thoughts are with the, family members and the people affected by this. Just recently, EA pledged $1 million to the Jacksonville shooting victims. It was announced, and there's I guess there's not a lot to say. I mean, if anything, I feel like this event should have from now on the. Probably going to be a little bit more security.
Yeah, it's already come up regarding PAX. The EA, the rest of the qualifiers have been canceled, and not canceled to indefinitely, just because now they got to think about it. They have to think about security and now setting that up because evidently it's a problem. You know what I mean? That now there people are.
But security alone is not going to do it.
No, definitely not at all.
There's got to be some
sort of change.
Yeah.
But moving on. With again, it's a sad moment, but let's move on to some more news. Xbox Games with Gold has released along with the PlayStation games, and we're going to go through them right now. I'm just looking this over, and I don't recognize any of these games for Xbox. Maybe you do. Xbox announced that September Games Gold titles include Prison Architect and Livelock for the Xbox One.
So 2 disposable games. Okay. Got it.
So Prison Architect.
I'm sorry. I got some flack from Jason this afternoon. I mean, this week, because I was calling. Twitch also announced the games that are going to be available, for free. And I called on the idea of maybe give us again our 20% discount on pre-orders and not give us. And I believe I might have called them trash games.
Oh, wow.
I understand that might have been a little harsh,
Just a little bit.
And I apologize. I realized that not all the games are trash, that are giving us. It was a moment of ire because I still see more value on the discounts rather than on the games that I personally might already have, or I might not have any intention of ever getting. Not even for free, because God knows that even when PSN throws the free games, I don't tag them all. I usually just tag the ones that I'm interested. Yeah,
definitely. So
my bad, Jason.
Prison Architect lets players design, build, and manage a prison because that sounds cool. I guess. Live Lock from Perfect World Entertainment is a cooperative top-down shooter.
I thought it was LifeLock, like the identity theft service.
I don't know if I trust it. It'll say, please put your social security number in here. There's something wrong with this.
And then you put it, and then you just lost.
Loser.
Game over.
Oh, man. Xbox 360 owners will get access to Lego Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars, and Sega Vintage Collection Monster World. Sega. So those are the games that are coming to Xbox Live or Xbox Games with Gold.
Now I'm excited about the ones that are coming out for PSN. Go
for PlayStation.
Yes.
Okay. First off,
wait a minute. What do you mean? Okay.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying compare. Well, because you're a hater.
Oh, sure. We'll go with that.
But I'm saying compared to. Prison Architect.
Really, don't get me wrong. Yes,
really.
We don't know. Those could be good games
compared to the two that you're about to mention.
Well, let's ask. Let's find out. Let's find out here. So, September's PlayStation Plus giveaways start with Destiny 2.
Oh, Destiny 2.
Yes, the game latest add-on. Actually, it includes Destiny 2 Forsaken. Is that true?
No.
I'm gonna have to read this again here.
Yes.
Oh no. Okay. With Destiny Forsaken, the game's latest add-on, which is
because that would have changed your mind. That would have been like, okay, I'm gonna get it now.
I still don't. No, I'm not gonna get into my issues that I have there, but
not for nothing. But the Destiny hate is a little overrated, because. In no way this is a trash game. This is a game that
I'm not saying it's I've never said it's
but you're
trash.
Treating it like if it was, because you're like, what if you say so? You're giving that.
If you think it's a great thing, then by all means.
I think getting it for free is a superb thing. This guy, Alex, approached me.
Alex, which one?
From work.
Cruz or Infante?
Infante.
Okay.
He approached me, this afternoon, while I was working, and he was like, "Dude, I getting Destiny 2. I didn't buy it before. Now I get to play it. That's awesome." He was happy that maybe might have not been a game. Let's say, for example, you were on the fence, or you thought, this already passed already, so I'm not gonna spend the money on it. But getting it for free, it's amazing, because Destiny 2, it's a great game. It's a really good game. It's actually, I played it to completion. I finished it. I'm not praising it like a Witcher 3, but I'm not saying it's garbage or
I'm not saying
mediocre.
It's garbage either.
No, this is a good game. This is a solid A.
I would say I would leave it at a solid game is what it is. I haven't played it, so I really can't even make that distinction, because
it's a great shooter.
And
you're getting it for free.
True. Yeah, it's a free shooter.
You can play it now.
I'm still not gonna play it. Still not gonna play it. The issue there is, and this is them giving a game away where I don't even think many people are buying anymore,
because everybody that wanted it just bought it.
Yeah, which is, I don't think,
which is every game on PSN.
Which
that's true.
I don't think that anyone, or rather, I don't think new people are buying this game. The only reason I'm pretty sure this is a way to get the game into more people's hands. Mm-hmm. And now that Forsaken's come out, okay, well, they got it already for free. Maybe they'll buy Forsaken.
Right.
the better version of the game, essentially, or what is promised to be the better version of the game.
No, because this is an expansion. Yes,
like the Taken King.
Exactly. When the
which was the better version of the first game.
No, we became an
improvement of the first game.
Yes, but that improvement trickled down. You didn't the only thing with the Taken King that you couldn't do was the Taken King missions, but everything that the Taken King like improve upon on the original game, you got those fixes on the original game. Same thing here. You might not be able to play the Forsaken levels, but every other improvement, like the different weapons, all the crap that Destiny is doing right now, that our Destiny fans will know because they play it every day. That's carrying over to the original game, thus making it a better game. I'm actually excited to hear that a lot more people get to play. And God knows I'm not the biggest I said it's a great game because I have fun. I played it to the end, and I rebought on PC, and I played it I'm at the last part, and I intend to beat it again. And I'm not the biggest super player of it or anything like that. But that's a great game to get for free, and on top of that, we're getting the other great game for free as well, which is God of War 3. Which
God of War 3 Remastered coming to PlayStation 4, which
that's fantastic.
It's a good game as well. Definitely,
that's a game that I played on PlayStation 3.
Yeah. I haven't played it since 3. I never played it on 4.
I never did not play the remaster yet, but now I get to own it for free. That's awesome.
Another game is Knowledge is Power, which is one of the PlayLink games. Which I dig the PlayLink games. That's always a cool game. I haven't played this one, but Here They Lie, which is a PlayStation VR game. Another World 20th Anniversary Edition.
Oh my God!
Comes to PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and Vita. Cube, the Director's Cut, comes to PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4. Foul Play comes to PlayStation 4 and Vita. And Sparkle 2 comes to PlayStation 4. That's a lot of games coming to PlayStation 4. I'm just throwing that out there. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think all these games are coming to PlayStation 4.
This is the difference.
This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. Now, whether you like them or not, but the point is you have 8 games coming to PlayStation 4 and other.
This is amazing. This is the difference between the Sony PSN offerings and the Xbox Live offerings. If an equivalent on Xbox Live would have been like, hey, Halo, let's say Halo 5, it was a good game. I thought it was a great game. Not super well received by everybody else. It got almost a similar hate or something along the lines of what Destiny is getting.
Okay.
If they would have given that for free, which is long overdue.
Hate?
Huh?
Is the hate warranted?
No, I thought it was just like, honestly, we like to shit on Destiny, but Destiny is not a bad game.
I just think it suffers a little bit from the Peter Molyneux issue, where a lot is promised and you get it, but you get it a little bit later on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so the early adopters are kind of left going, what am I to do for the year and a half that I have this game, or 2 years by the time I finally see the improvements?
But for the most part, I feel like Destiny 2 addressed most of those issues. Mm-hmm. The problem was that it also brought with it new issues in the form of microtransactions, some bullcrap like that. So yeah, that was disappointing. You know what else was disappointing, but merited, and some might say a good move? Mm-hmm. Battlefield 5 was delayed away from Call of Duty and Red Dead 2. And
smart move.
I said good riddance. Yeah, because
good riddance. Get the fuck out.
No, I'm sorry. No, I say no. It's good. Actually, in all fairness, it's a great move, and I'll tell you why. This game looks good. This game is on my radar. But it definitely suffered from, of course, from the fact that it's I'm going to start calling it an unproven EA game, because you still have to see if they actually deliver on the promise of, no, we're gonna treat, we're gonna be fair for now, or whatever is it that they're saying right now. I don't think they're saying they're gonna be fair. I think they're just saying we're not gonna be as exploitative, But
because they told their investors that they're not moving away from microtransactions.
no, of course not.
So,
I mean, the moment they say that, they're gonna
EA
drop some
tanks.
shares.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
But this also made the shares tank big time.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I believe they fell like almost 8 or 9% at one point.
It's a smart move. You take the hit now. Maybe you make up for it on the back end with the game coming out in a little more clear spot. You still make you still make Black Friday, so you're still coming. Did you say the date already? I didn't know if you said
Yeah,
it.
so they delayed it to November 20th.
Yeah.
And they're claiming is to make final adjustments to the core gameplay, which
fun.
is right. I mean, they're not lying in the sense that they're constantly iterating and patching and all that. But let's be real.
Yeah, no.
We all know
it was packed in within a
you
spot
heard
where
it. You heard the news. It wasn't doing very well. There's been some arguments about the news being a little bit overstated just because the data was coming from Amazon, and Amazon wasn't doing a lot of Battlefield pre-order at one point. So there's some
skewed,
argument on that.
basically.
But it still rings true for
It still rings
for
true, yeah.
for the environment, for what I've heard people talk about. I don't hear a lot of excitement about Battlefield. Quite the opposite. I feel there's a lot of resentment. And I mean, and me too. Like, this is a game that I said it's on my radar, but you better bet your ass I'm going to wait for reviews and probably more than a few, because I want to hear,
course, yeah.
I want to hear what's going on. And it's not going to be from the normal, gaming sites where they tend to like overhype just for the sense of the excitement and the hype. No, I want to hear from the people that are very critical about stuff, just to see, okay, are they hiding microtransactions really? It's this. Have they actually made right on the promise of not being so exploitative, or is this just a little bit?
See. I think unfortunately it's still going to take a hit. This is just my prediction. I think it's still going to take a hit. I think for me personally, I already told you. Strike EA, other people may not be, but I am, and I'm sure there are other people that will also follow suit. And frankly, you have Battlefield is out, coming out. The point is you have Red Dead Redemption, which is something people have been clamoring for, whether you're interested or not, or I'm interested. People have been clamoring for a sequel to Red Dead Redemption. That's coming out at that time. Where's your money going to go on a game that you've played a bunch of times, or a game that you've been waiting for a decade now at this point? You know what I mean? So obviously, yeah, everybody's going to move out of the way of. That's why there's so many. If you really look at the first quarter of 2019, there are a lot of games coming out of there, and I think they're all kind of moving out of the way.
Everybody was fearing Red Dead Redemption too.
I think these guys, obviously, because that's their normal time to release Battlefield, they're sticking to their guns. They're still going to do it in the fall. And
well, they want to have something for the fiscal year, because otherwise
correct,
the fiscal year will take a tank, and then that's where it started losing money.
Yeah,
Investors started pulling away. The original date was going to be October 19, but as we all know, that was sandwiched right in between Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which is not to say that it's a great game, but it's just a mere fact that it's a Call of Duty 4, and then of course Red Dead Redemption 2. There's also the issue, and I hate to say this, but again, this is the environment that we live in. There's also the issue of a lot of people not too happy with the inclusion of women on the fact that this is not historically accurate.
So they say,
and claiming that this is an SJW movement, and crap like that. Mm-hmm. So I mean.
That just shows you the environment.
That just says, and a big fuck you to all of them, to people that think like that. This is not meant to be. If you're looking for realism and on your historical accuracies on your games, then
You've picked the wrong.
I don't know.
hobby,
Yeah.
is what you picked, yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I just want a game that is fucking fun, and I don't care. There could be aliens. I mean, there's fucking zombies on the Call of Duty at some point. So, and what's the other Wolfenstein 2. There's some crazy shit going on that. That's
actually historically accurate. I remember seeing those
exactly.
mechanical dogs.
Hey,
they exist.
Bad Company, that's it. That's the story of Three Kings. That actually happened.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
100%. You know what else is historically accurate? Gwent, the Witcher game.
Yes,
the Witcher card game, guys. They actually have a single player campaign called Throne Breaker, and is a role playing game. That's essentially going to be about 30 hours long and will be split off into a standalone title. This was reported recently on Eurogamer. The developer made the announcement in a call with investors. The game is called now Thronebreaker: The Witcher Tales. And it will launch alongside Gwent sometime this year. So still between now and the end of the year, which evidently will be my game of the year, if you ask me. In April, CD Projekt Red announced a 6-month delay to Gwent's launch as the developer overhauled the game, admitting that we had started slowly drifting away from our original vision. Back in November, CD Projekt Red was already indicating that Thronebreaker would get more complex, delaying a beta for the game from the holidays into this year because of it. So it's still set to come out PlayStation 4, PC, and Xbox One. There's still no specific launch date, just for fall basically the end of 2018. Yeah, that's my game of the year. I can really say it's Red Dead Redemption 2. Fuck that shit. Give me some Thronebreaker. That's what I want.
Let's play. Yeah. Now that could be exciting. It's a single player game. I'll be up in that.
I will be up in that, my friend.
Oh, we all know that you're gonna be all upon.
Oh yes,
you're definitely gonna be all upon.
Yes.
So Digital Devolver. Man, they're a crazy bunch, right?
I love those guys.
Yeah. Some might say they might have gone a little bit too far this time.
That's possible.
Yeah.
They're known for doing that.
So, Devolver Digital apologizes and removes some Nazi tattoos from the survival game Scum. Scum is, as I say, a survival game that is coming soon. And they discovered that I want to say, I'm not sure if this was the cover. Let me see. The discovery of the Nazi tattoos on characters in the open world survivor game Scum has resulted in an apology from publisher Digital Devolver and their removal from their game. The removal of the tattoos, not the removal of the game. The tattoos were found by a member of the Scum subreddit, who posted an image of the tattoo in the Scum supporter pack that includes an iron cross with a skull in the center and the numbers 14 and 88. For those who don't know, the 14 references some infamous 14 words, which I'm not gonna mention what they are because it's the stupidest thing you will probably hear in your entire life. It's so stupid that it is stupid. And then the 88, referring to, of course, the 8th letter of the alphabet put together is HH, which stands for Heil Hitler, which is another stupid thing. So the initial reaction from the members of the Scum team was to dismiss the complaints outright and say, if you're offended by some textures in the game, please don't play the game. Crow Team Incubator Marketing and Community Team Manager Sinolaf. That's a strange name. Sinolaf. I don't know if it's the first name or last name. Okay. Maybe that's his handle.
It could be.
Because if we start removing things that hurt someone's feelings, it will be an empty game with no people, no weapons, no blood, no humor, no fucking pooping, killing others, eating humans' flesh, and killing animals. And then he continues to say, we're not right-wing, we're not Nazi supporters, we're not even German. And the only offending thing here, in my opinion, is calling us Nazi supporters for no reason. Wow. Kind of a little insensitive there remark. It's well, if you don't like it, don't play the fucking game. I mean, I understand.
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, you know, so
no,
I get it.
no,
I get it.
no,
It shouldn't be in the game. But I'm just saying.
No. You're not gonna take devil's advocate. You're not gonna be in the devil's advocate defense in defense. So I get what they're saying.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I get what they say, but you're not gonna be an apologist.
No,
for
I'm not
Digital.
gonna apologize.
This is not the right.
Oh,
thing.
it hasn't even to do with the Devolver Digital. It has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But I hear what you're saying, and I'm glad they cleaned it up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Or they I assume they.
Hey, there's one thing about having a game where there's blood, there's fucking pooping, there's killing they're eating humans and killing animals. Sure, that has been done. There's another thing about making references to like real Nazi movement things.
Yeah.
I mean,
with stuff that essentially would have normally been not even allowed in Germany because of their recent changes. But no, I get you.
And for those people that, because immediately you get the defensive bandwagon of, well, you're just being too sensitive about things. It's like, no,
I haven't played Scum, so I don't know what this game is about. But yeah,
I'm just being a decent human being. Because where's the line? Because, hey, I'm sorry, but if you allow this thing, then who's to stop the next person about making a game about raping children? That could happen.
That could.
Hey, there was a game recently about shooting.
The shooting schools.
Shooting schools. Yeah. Sure. That's a problem. That's a problem. Suddenly there's no line because why should there be a line? Well, for the same reason we're not walking naked or, clubbing each other with stones and with bats and shit like that yet. That's happening. That's coming. But we're not doing that yet.
It's in the crystal ball.
It's because we're humans.
Yeah.
So anyway, not to continue joking. It's to say they changed their stance. Obviously, they apologize. They say, this it went too far. We're removing it. Good on you.
This is
Devolver Digital.
I haven't played Scum. I don't think if I've even seen the game, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, there's the offending image.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Those are like
that's the tattoos on it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's on the character you're playing, I assume.
I don't know if you're playing on that. Okay. That would be the day.
Yeah, I was like,
I mean, then again, it's a game called Scum. So if they're trying to reflect the worst of the worst of the earth, then
probably
you got it.
The right job. Yeah, they kind of hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just the world's not ready.
The world's not ready.
Not yet.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You know what the world's also not ready for, sir? A little game called Cyberpunk 2077, sir. I know I am ready for it.
Hey,
I know it's not coming out for it.
Oh, but you're not ready,
sir. We just sat actually before we actually started recording this episode and watched the full 48 minutes demo of Cyberpunk 2077. This would be my fourth time watching it. Your first,
my first and only.
I don't know about you, but it kind of seemed like a PS3 title, didn't it? I mean, more or less.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I was impressed with the graphics. I don't know. That first person camera looks horrible.
Yeah, it was
pre-order
shaky.
canceled.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this anymore.
I don't know about that. Yeah. I think I saw some texture issues too, and a couple of frame rate hiccups.
Unrealistic. It was not historically accurate.
No, not at all.
And I saw women.
That is not what Cyberpunk looks like.
There was a woman, character. Yeah, and we can't have that.
No. What the hell is that about?
No.
All joking aside, man, I can't freaking wait for that. I cannot. What'd you think, sir? Because that's my fourth time watching.
That's what you say. Oh no, I was very. First of all, I was very impressed with it. But let's be real. None of the shit you're seeing this is what you're gonna play on consoles. It's gonna look really good. It's gonna look phenomenal. It's gonna blow your gores out. But this is not the level. All right. Temper your expectations. This is a game that, as beautiful as it looks, it could completely be ruined by frame rate issues.
It could.
So they better lock that shit down perfect. Like
I agree.
perfect. Like a solid 30.
I'm pretty
a
sure.
solid 30 period.
I'm pretty sure. I don't want to put a bet on here, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is next gen. Like it literally waits for the leap to do it.
I can see it,
and I can see that happening too.
I can see it happen. They say no. They say
it's this gen. Yeah,
but then again,
I mean that just means it'll probably run at 30 on the PlayStation Pro and the Xbox One X.
Yeah,
and then the other ones are pretty much going to be down-resed just to keep the frame rate up.
Yeah. So it's gonna look, but it's still gonna look beautiful. I believe those guys can actually manage to make it.
No,
there was just a lot. You saw like there's area in the city where you see countless of NPCs going around their business, and they act very realistic. The way they're moving and they go around the business, but and I don't expect to have that level of density.
Maybe not that level of density. I can definitely say there are some crowded areas in going back to Witcher 3. There are some crowded areas and lots of people doing little things. Yes, there are a couple hiccups here and there where one person is stuck not doing something. You know what I mean? Or just standing still for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But even that, it still looked gorgeous, and it was amazing that it would even run with the light cycle and everything. So if you look at the fact that that's already an old game, Witcher 3, and technology's already leaped, and we
have PlayStation 4
and we have PlayStation 4 Pro,
and Xbox One
I can
X.
definitely see it being maybe not definitely not exactly what we saw, but I can see it being relatively close to it.
Yeah. That's why I honestly think it could see the light of day on this generation.
On this console generation. Yeah. I feel a little bit like if it this is the sad part. This may actually get me to get a Pro. So I'm ready for this game.
I can see it.
I have to have something that
one you don't mind.
I wanted at least at 30 frames. I don't want it to go any higher or lower than that.
What if I told you could get 30 frames at 1080p with a mid PC?
Oh, that's okay, sir. Thank you, but no thank you.
You can achieve probably 60 frames per second at 1080p on
You're
a PC.
Probably right, sir. But
60 frames per second on that game. You're not going to fucking PC version.
I know you are.
That's not even. That's not even. I mean, that's
That's a given. That's a given, my friend.
Yeah. You know what? We probably won't have that many puddles though, if I had to guess.
No. Yeah, it's going to take the puddles away. I can't do it. It's too much resolution.
It's too much resolution. It has to
reflect light. It has to reflect the image. That's just too much.
There are a couple of things that were surprisingly announced this week.
Yeah.
One of them that caught me completely off guard and got me pretty stuck, actually, though a little worried. Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah, that was a strange one.
That was a surprising announcement, actually. I did not expect that to come out. So
that's just odd. It's just like an odd. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get its legacy. I was never a Streets of Rage guys. I was a Sega game, and I'm more Final Fight basically.
Yeah,
Final Fight was my game, which is basically a beat 'em up just like that. It looks pretty good though. Very cell shaded animation.
Yeah. So I tell you what it is that made that game special, and the reason I'm concerned here. It was more than the gameplay itself, or the story or whatever. It was the music. The creation of Yuzo Koshiro. I might have messed that name up, but I think Yuzo Koshiro, I think. Anyway, he was a master composer. He made the music of the older titles was amazing. It had a lot of like a mix of, you remember that
Yuzo Koshiro.
Yeah. You remember that what's that song that has like the monks singing that goes
Oh, you're talking about Enigma?
Enigma, thank you. Yeah, it had a lot of that. Like you see, you immediately remember. Yeah, you're right there, bro. You're right there. Anyway, yeah, that. So it has a lot of that. It has a lot of music, like rapping music with synth, a lot of house, music I put in it. It's some of the best music of the of 90s, gaming, and in that series. And of course, the fighting was crazy, fantastic. Yeah, I think the first and the second one especially was my favorite one. I think on the Streets of Rage 3, they kind of went a little too far in that. Oh, this is a sequel to this too, so we kind of have to go all out. So they have a character. They had a character that he was almost like a cyborg, he was almost like an old guy that will fight, but he had like cybernetic power, something. If I remember correctly, I don't remember fully. It got a little stupid, But I love on the especially on the first one, there was you could actually make almost like a choice to want to be the bad guy. You could take over as the bad guy. You said what it will do. I don't remember what the promise was, but I think it was the promise that you will, he was promising to join him and you could select to join him, and then he will betray you and he will throw you back like a couple levels back, and then you have to replay all the way again, get back to him and kill him, and then you'll get the quote unquote bad ending, which was actually the best ending because now you're sitting on the throne. Like, yeah, you're a badass.
Let me ask you, watching the trailer, I noticed that there's just 2 characters. Is that's
my concern also. Okay. No, I believe even Streets of Rage 1 might have 3 characters. I don't know why they decided to go with 2. I mean, there's a
let me guess. The other character is going to be DLC.
Oh, God, no. Done. And pre-order cancel. Pre-order cancel.
I'm just joshing.
No, what I was going to say is that at least the developer, I have faith for the developer because they were the same developers that brought us Monster World, which is a remake it was a remake of a Sega Master System classic. I think I showed it to you. It had a beautiful, beautiful hand-drawn graphics. And I mean, the gameplay, sadly, it was simplistic because it was basically that game. But with gorgeous, super beautiful graphics. And it even had a button where you could change the graphic style on the fly.
This is the original developer or the current?
Well, the current developer. Okay. It's .mu and Lizard Cube.
Lizard Cube, yeah.
So Lizard Cube handled Monster World.
They also did Wonder Boy.
Well, Wonder Boy, Monster
Wonder
World.
Boy. Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Wonder Boy, the Dragon's Trap?
The Dragon's Trap, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, the Dragon's Trap. Monster World is Wonder Boy 2. I got confused.
No worries. Yeah.
The Dragon's Trap, yeah. Okay. Except that they took away the Wonder Boy portion. They just call it Dragon's Trap.
Oh.
But it was, I mean, that game looks great. I really like what they did with it. And one of my favorite Master System games, actually. So I was very happy when I saw the announcement of it and what they brought. So if they could do something similar with Streets of Rage, that's awesome. From what I saw in the trailer, yes, the graphics look great. I don't know about the music because it's not Yuzo Koshiro. As a matter of fact, I think he tweeted, I don't know about this project. Something along the lines of, I'm not involved with this or something like that. So I feel like if you want to go all in and making a proper sequel to Streets of Rage,
you get the original.
You need to get the original music composer. You can't go with no imitations. So, but we'll see. We'll see how good it is. There was another game, another remaster that was announced recently. You want to give us the details on that?
Evidently, the original Onimusha is coming to PC, PS4, Switch, and Xbox One.
Samanosuke. Oh God! You remember his name? Samanosuke. Come rescue me. Oh my God. That game didn't have the best voice acting.
No,
but
this is PS2. This is back when voice acting was.
I mean,
hey,
it was,
we need you to stay here in the mic.
It was. It was not. Yeah, it was not Jill Sandwich. No. Yeah, it was not
No,
that.
it wasn't that bad.
It was a lot. It was light years better than that.
I won't go light years, but I want to say it was better
good.
than that. I would just leave it as better than
Okay.
that. Yeah.
I always want to play a little bit just to see.
Just to see if you find it, yeah.
Yeah.
The re-release of... Are you going to find it? Already?
I think I found it.
Dear Samnosuke, I am writing this letter in the hopes you will read this in time to help. Something is wrong within the Inabayama castle, and I fear that it might be the work of monsters. I am so scared.
Oh my God.
Samnosuke.
I'm so scared,
I can only
Samnosuke.
hope that you receive this letter and that you will find it in your heart to come and save me.
It sounds like Princess Peach. It's
Yeah,
actually
the same letter I think it's the same letter that she left for
Mario. Yeah,
that's
I know.
The re-release Amnesia Warlords is due on January 15, 2019, as if that wasn't a bunch of other games.
Well, they
coming
wanted
out
to make sure they was nowhere near close Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
So they moved it out.
It's going to include high definition graphics, widescreen support, a new control scheme designed for analog sticks, and a new soundtrack. Capcom also promises a readily available easy mode option. It's going to be priced digitally $19.99.
That's a good price.
It will come out to PS4 and Xbox also physically, physical copy. So yeah, if people have it, we actually had a post on this, and I think you had mentioned it's like, oh man, I kind of wish they would have done something, proper remake or
whatever. A lot of people were surprised that I was a little bit disappointed on the announcement. Not because I didn't want to play Onimusha again. I thought it was great. I thought that was a great PS2 game. But if you're bringing that.
And you look at
now,
it. Look at the trailer of it. And it's like, ooh,
it looks like you uprest the same graphics on the PS2.
Yeah. That said, I'm pretty sure this is Capcom just saying, okay, let's see let's check the temperature on this game, because you have people asking for it. I was one of them asking for it, and for a remake or a sequel or anything at all. And I think this is them. Seeing where people are, and if it sells, maybe we'll get another one.
Remember Onimusha 3?
Yes, with Sean Reno.
Yeah. What's his name again?
Sean Reno.
Yes.
The Professional. If anybody has seen the movie The Professional, that's the actor that was.
That was actually,
motion capture.
He played a French policeman.
Yeah. Which he's French.
And suddenly he was fighting in feudal, in ancient feudal Japan, and Samanosuke was fighting in the modern day Paris.
Yeah, I didn't. That was an odd one, odd choice. Although still people, weird. Enjoy it. So
I had a blast. I liked it. I played and beat all the Onimusha games. I love those. Yeah.
That's all I have, sir. Do you have anything else?
Nah, let's just cut over here.
All right, sir. So we'll see you next week. No. We'll be right back. And we're back, guys, with our hot topic of the week.
Hot topic of the week.
Our hot topic, guys, is the Microsoft All Access Pass.
Holy crap, we're talking about Microsoft?
We sure the hell are.
We're not going to shit on them, are we?
No, actually, this may actually walk out of here with some praise.
Oh, wow.
Let me tell you.
From our group?
From me.
I am shocked.
Yes.
From you?
Yes.
I am... Sir, if your Sony...
I got a word for you. Flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted.
There you go.
Wow.
I am flabbergasted.
That's a Sunday word if you ever heard
we
one.
have to keep that word alive, guys.
Flabbergasted.
Otherwise, kids nowadays aren't using that one. You know what I mean? You got to throw it out there.
Instead, they're using...
I don't know.
Kiki?
They're talking some crazy... Yeah, what the hell is a freaking Kiki dance?
Fleek?
What the hell is Fleek?
So what the hell is lit? That's the
I just
word
want them to
news.
stop saying Bay. Can you stop saying Bay?
That's all. They already stopped.
No, they didn't. That's the problem. Oh,
Bro.
now it's just Buh. They're just shortening even worse.
Yeah, soon
my
soon
God.
enough, they're just gonna talk like this.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm glad you realized that. All right,
Our
guys.
kids are gonna talk.
In letters. Yeah, no, they're just going to talk in letters.
Okay, take it away.
Microsoft has officially announced their all access subscription, and I gotta tell you, it's kind of a winner. Now, obviously, in most circumstances. So, what? Let me tell you what the essentially is. What it basically is you're going to be able to. I don't want to say finance because there's no actual finance charges. You're just sort of paying. You're paying for You're paying for a console and 2 services, broken up into 2 years, and actually saving some money. Believe it or not.
Yeah. Financing in the sense that you pay in installment.
And you're getting it up front, so it's not like not like you have to wait the 2 years. Not layaway. You know what I mean? You don't have to
That
layaway.
reminds me of one of those.
Do you remember layaway? God, that was like a big thing back in the day.
But the rental centers.
The
The rental centers, you can actually.
You're paying like 3 times the
But you're
amount.
paying 3 times the amount.
yeah.
But see, Microsoft is saying, no, you don't. We're not gonna do that to you.
Yeah.
You could get an Xbox. Well, tell us the details.
The detail, yeah. So starting with the Xbox One X hardware,
S.
No, X.
Oh, but I
X.
thought you were gonna start with the S.
I'll start with the X because if you're gonna buy into it, you might as well buy the
I know,
top of the line.
I know.
Why start with the bottom?
I to leave the best for last.
you're gonna buy
You're a
both of them?
showman. You're a
Okay,
showmanship.
all right.
You know showmanship.
No,
you're a show person.
I am going to start with the best deal
The
because
best deal.
you get 6 teraflops in this deal. So, you know what
Wow.
I'm just
6
saying.
teraflops.
6 teraflops.
A lot of teraflops.
It is.
Do I get some ray tracing on it?
I have no idea.
No, I don't
I'm
want
pretty
it.
sure you know.
That's the future now.
The
I heard
total
NVIDIA say.
cost of an Xbox One console, along with 2 years of Xbox Live and Xbox Game Pass, is $859.93. Using this
grand.
deal, okay, you end up paying $839.76, which is about $20 less, and you pay $34.99 per month.
And you pay $34.99. You get a top of the line console.
Top of the line. You get-
for your third party games. It isn't bad. You're getting.
Oh yeah, definitely. That'll
getting-
run the best
Yeah.
version of it, essentially.
Yeah, especially if
And you're gonna get
got a good
third-party
TV for
games,
it.
yeah.
And exactly, obviously, and you already are paying for the Xbox Live Gold. You're paying for the back, for the catalog of, for whatever is the joke about, the little games. Hey, you're getting a few games for free, and some of them are great.
Yeah, occasionally you have a gem.
Yeah, exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
So yeah,
I mean,
it's
not
basically
for free, but you know what I'm talking about.
yeah. There is actually a interest version financing of it too, but this is if you accept the 0 interest financing. The Xbox One S deal, and the reason I saved this for last is because, I was like, maybe I'll actually do this one. It's actually even better, costing $526.76 across 2 years for $659.53 worth of hardware and subscription. You save $132 and you pay $22 a month.
Yep, $22.
That's not a lot.
No, that's 2 movie passes.
I spend that on beer.
There you go.
I spend way more on beer. I should probably do something.
Let's be
about that.
realistic. Yeah.
I should probably fix that. I'm just saying.
You should be financing your beer, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I should. I need to take loans out for that bad boy. So no, realistically, it is a very good package. I guess I don't want to say the sad part is what would make it even better is if there was first party, really major, a slew of first party stuff.
Yeah.
You do have first party, obviously, which will come to Game Pass, which is your Xbox, your Gears of War, your Halo 5 just became available on Games Pass. Sea of Thieves, all the games that have already been promised are there, and whatever else is coming in the pipeline. Forza
Horizon.
Yes, all those games. You got Xbox Live, so you can play online. You have games with gold that comes with it, all with a small monthly premium.
You have all the
Is this-
360 catalog. I mean, not the games are
backwards
like the backward
compatibility.
compatibility.
Yes. Mhm.
You know, you get for those games, making those games run actually better.
Much better.
If you want to play the definitive version of Red Dead, now that
That's
you
the
know
way
to
to play
get
it.
prepared for the Red Dead, yeah, exactly. You get it there.
Evidently, the Xbox One X version of Red Dead Redemption is ridiculously good looking.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, this
Yeah.
is like
It might
almost
as well
a new
be a
game.
remaster.
Exactly.
Yep.
And it's just running on better hardware. So, what do you think? I think this is a major deal, dude. I mean, I don't know if this is going to move units. I don't know if it's going to be a big, as far as, you know, it's going to actually, but I'm even going,
I think
$22 a month. Let me tell you, for $22 a month, I would have had a Switch already.
Well, you just answered your own question. This is not a movement about putting them on, you know, first place or anything like that. I don't think that's what they're aiming at. But this is a movement of, well, since we're still behind and we're quite behind. We need to make something different, which is great to see, because now they got people like you thinking, hey, I never needed an Xbox. Yeah, I recognize it has its game, it has its catalog, but like I'm not gonna spend $400 on one if I already own a PlayStation. But if I can just spend $22 a month and I have all the services that I will need, it's a complete
package for $22 a month, dude. That's cheaper than most of the services I already pay for,
or games that you be paying for.
Correct, because the games that comes to Games Pass, is already. I don't have to pay anything extra for those things.
Yeah, I definitely see. If you want to know my opinion, I definitely think that there's a lot of people that will subscribe to something like this because it sounds very good.
Yeah.
Now,
and it's perfect for the record. It's perfect for this to launch that in this holiday season. I can see a lot of units flying off the shelves with this.
Yes,
easily
because it's only the entry wall has been like taken down.
Correct,
basically,
yeah.
you're just paying $22,
and you're not paying more when you add it up. In the end, you're not actually paying more. You're actually paying less. Well, if you were to do it the other way around,
we have to. I mean, it's still a great deal, but we have to account for the fact that consoles lower in price over time.
Of course.
So if there's suddenly a price drop, you're still stuck paying the high amount. But whatever, it's still $22 if you went with that, or 34 if you went with with the other. At that point, it just becomes a small interest that you're paying, and you have been playing this catalog for the longest time. I mean, you have a console, you've been owning it; it's yours. And
by the way, there's a buyout option. So if you decide to stop paying, you could just pay the rest of the rest. Different, and you have the services for the next. I tell you, left.
And I wanted to leave it for a little bit later because I feel like this is something to talk about when we're almost closing, but I feel like I should bring it now.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. Would you imagine if suddenly this became the normal way that they will, this is just testing the waters right now for their next console iteration, for this to be released that way. Suddenly you can pay it like you can finance a new phone, like a the S9 or whatever, something like that, right? That will be amazing because I can definitely see then a lot of people just jumping in because suddenly, hey, do I pay $400 for the PlayStation 5, let's say, for example, or do I pay, let's say, $40 a month for the Xbox, whatever they call it? Next gen.
Yeah, there's. I
mean, what makes more sense at that point?
Correct. No, definitely. There's two ways to look at it. First off, let's not forget that if Microsoft was not significantly behind, they're doing well. I'm not saying they're not doing.
Oh yeah, they're making money.
They're making money because Game Pass is doing great for them, and everything is doing for it. As far as the console goes, as far as the site, the fact that it appears that if they weren't so behind,
they don't like the perception.
Correct. If they weren't
in second place,
if they weren't so behind on that, this offer may never even exist right now.
Right.
You know,
Correct.
realistically, the reason why this is even here is that they're doing everything they can to win.
Correct.
People, you know, to say, hey guys, we still have a product. It's a great product. Here it is. You know what? We're gonna make it easier for you to
You
get.
freaking nailed the head in the the head in the hammer. Whatever you say, they say.
Well done, sir.
Thank you.
So that's first off the one thing you have to consider. Secondly, that said, if it takes off, if they literally strike gold in we just made okay, so they're averaging somewhere about, I think they said 32, 35 million console units. If they make another 20 million sold from this alone, yes, I can see that definitely happening next generation.
Yeah.
And I can see that literally happening on everybody.
Yeah,
they all following
suddenly
suit.
they're all gonna go that way.
Correct.
Because they will have to.
Yeah.
Because and this is the main reason why sometimes I cringe at some of the comments. You know, I love my group. I love you, Gigi. You are the best place to hang out. You know, it's just when I see comments like, "Oh, they should just give up and
I definitely
cease
don't,
to exist." It's like, no, you don't. You never wish to have the competitor of whatever you are fan of to disappear, because suddenly without this level of competition there is no you don't have these ideas. You know,
absolutely.
This is something that could benefit the consumer in a huge way.
Absolutely. Let's not forget, first off, the PlayStation Network and everything that it has Xbox Live to thanks for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All those trophies that are available to you. Well, guess what? Thank you, achievements for forcing the hand you.
All those microtransactions that you have and the horse armor. Oh wait.
All right. Well,
damn you, Microsoft.
They have exceptions on it. I thought that was Bethesda, but sure.
Well, Microsoft. It was
So realistically, you know what I'm saying? These guys take chances. And right now, let's be real, Sony's not taking chances. They're in the lead. They're just coasting.
No, they don't need to, honestly.
Here comes Xbox, clearly, again, behind, obviously, trying to make some sort of headway, offering some sort of deal. This is innovative. This is, hey, let's try this out.
Some might say disruptive.
It could be disruptive because now it's throwing people. I get you. I guarantee you, Sony's going, all right, guys, we need an answer for this. Do we wait for next gen? What do we do? I can tell you right now, when it comes to backwards compatibility. Yeah, that's another thing. You know, they're like, we don't need to have it. Well, no one needs to have it. You know what I mean? What the hell? But I guarantee you, they're like, do we fix this here or do you wait till the next gen? They're like, no, we might as well just coast and just accept what we have. I don't know about you, but it really feels like, and this is coming from a Sony guy, okay? Because evidently I've been tagged as the Sony fanboy, so that's fine. I will own up to that name. That said, I'm pretty critical on them, and they are fucking asleep at the wheel. I'm telling you that right now. They are literally just letting shit happen. They're not playing nice with Nintendo and Xbox. I'm like, guys, you are failing. Yes, you're in the lead, but you're still failing because guess what? When the next generation of console come by, if this takes off, this game, all access Game Pass come, you're going to be second place again because you're going to have, oh man, I guess we're going to have to do it. No, you should have already just jumped on this. You know what I mean?
Well, this is what happened. And honestly, I understand Sony's position in the sense of
as far as business goes.
What do we have to? You know, we don't have to do anything. We're in first place already. But that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of the system.
That's the problem. They become too complacent.
Exactly.
With
but that's exactly what Microsoft did. Well, on the 360 era.
See, I don't think so. They
on
were
the
still trying. I would no because they did Connect. Do they need to do Connect? No, they didn't need to do Connect. They still tried something.
They did not need to do Connect. You're right about that.
All right then. But they didn't sit back and say, hey, let's just coast.
I know. No.
They sit back and say, hey, what else can we do?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I get it. On the 360.
That's what I'm talking about.
But then
we're in the lead.
But exactly. But then we already have the 360. We're in the first place. We're going to bring you the next generation, console. and it's gonna be our rules, TV to all of you. And no, you can't, lend your games to anybody. You gotta buy it from us. It's gonna be digital only. You gotta be connected on the internet. And and that's what happened. That was the destruction.
Like
and it's gonna cost $500. And then Sony came in and, guys, so yeah,
they did what they did with the PlayStation 1.
We are
came up to the mic at $299, and they walked away.
And everybody was like, "Oh!" And then they just threw the microphone. Yeah.
So no,
that's what we're talking about.
No, no doubt. Exactly. But no, obviously they overstepped it. They pushed the envelope a little bit too much. Probably a lot too much. With what all the features that they had on the Xbox One. That said, there were some interesting features that I think they actually still implemented more of an option now on the actual console. Obviously, the whole DRM thing out the window. You know,
Kinect out the window.
Yeah.
TV. What's that?
Out the window. Although they still have certain features, but I hear what you're saying.
Not anymore.
No, they took them all out.
The TV.
No. I know the network thing to link up with your stuff, but isn't there something where you can actually? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. There's nothing else. They took the whole TV stuff out.
Well, you remember the idea was they're gonna have TV studios working on content for exclusive like that. They super minimized that to the point where that I know that they would have. I'm talking about the option of watching because they were able to watch like CBS and stuff on the thing. That still is an option, right? The connection. But it's definitely not. It's like. Oh yeah, we still got to support this because we promised.
Because we already have.
If we take it out, it's gonna happen like Sony. Remember when Sony took out the option of installing Linux on the PS3?
I have no idea what they were doing.
Until very recently, the settlement for that lawsuit came to be you could actually, if you could prove that you were using that Linux on your PS3.
Actually, I got the email regarding that, and I was like, no.
They'll give you $60. I know. $60, one of the most profitable class actions that I've ever participated in.
Wow.
But so Microsoft they can't take away the whole TV thing.
No, but I mean,
they got to leave it there in the back burner, but it's probably hidden like in menus and sub menus.
True. Probably. Yeah. So is the printer option in PlayStation 3.
The print. Oh my god!
Yeah. What the hell are we printing? I don't understand.
Screenshots. And your inkjet printer.
This is what was before the share button that they put in. This is the early share buttons. Realistically though, the package that they have going on, it's fascinating. I can see this really. This can definitely, it won't, obviously they're not going to be able to catch up. I mean, they are literally, I think, at 50% of what Sony is. Sony's really, honestly, it looks like this may actually surpass PlayStation 1 numbers.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, PlayStation 1 numbers. Because it already passed PlayStation 3 numbers. It may pass PlayStation 1 numbers, putting it right behind, and Wii numbers, putting it as the second best-selling console of all time. Behind PlayStation 2, which was 150 something million, something ridiculous. That console flew off the shelves.
Well, that's a great DVD.
Yeah, exactly. That said, they're not going to be able to catch up to that. There's just no way it's going to happen. But if they can make up some ground and have people come in on this and still make that money, literally only losing $20 on an Xbox One X, taking a hit anyway because they generally take a hit, and a couple $100 on the. But
remember. They don't take a hit because the manufacturing as they iterate on the manufacturing, it gets cheaper and cheaper to get.
So it's not even. It's not. Yeah. So yeah, you're right.
So they're planning on that.
Realistically, the numbers are there. This makes a lot of sense, dude. Yeah. And like I said, if it takes off, hell yeah, I can see that happening.
Hell yeah, I could definitely see myself. The Xbox One X. Because I like the idea of, I told you, I like the idea of a powerful console, console and whatever. I can see myself doing it. I can see myself doing it.
Like I said, realistically,
I have everything that I will need to have a competitive Xbox experience. Yeah.
Realistically, if it wasn't right now, I've been wanting to switch, dude.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to switch. I know it's a $300 buy-in. And that doesn't even include a game or a card. that you would want to buy. So you're looking at literally over $400.
Yeah.
I don't have that. You know what I'm saying? I've put it. I get close. I put it aside, but then something happens because life freaking gets in the way every time, and then boom, I don't have it anymore. $22 a month, $35 a month. Yeah, I got that.
That's easy.
I got that. You know what I mean? So I can definitely see this changing. And here it is again. Microsoft. Again, say what you want. They bring innovation, and yes, sometimes it's dumb and it really backfires in their face. Kinect says hello. TV says hello.
TV.
But like I said,
that's the Doll Matrix era, though. They're gone. They're out.
This is true, but you also have to look at the other stuff that they've done, and like I said, that has
all those studios
forced the hand of other of their competitors to go, okay, we either follow suit or we do something similar to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And here we go. They're doing it again, and yeah, dude, it sounds good, bro. It really does sound good.
Do you really consider getting?
I am really considering. It's like for $22. I'm talking to the S.
Yeah, right.
Because there's nothing that I've seen that they have, and this is again not a knock to the console, but nothing that I've seen they have that I need the Xbox One X for. You know what I mean? I haven't seen.
Well, you need a new TV.
I don't need a new TV. I don't need a new TV. I don't need a new TV. I do want a new TV.
There you go.
But I don't need a new TV.
Well, no, I'm saying if you want to see it, you need a new TV.
Oh, yeah. And perhaps, yes.
Yeah, that's my. No, it sounds like a joke, but in reality, if you don't have a 4K TV, you're not gonna take advantage of a lot of the benefits.
So, which is why I'm saying that the Xbox One S, makes the most sense. And at $22 a month, dude, $22 a month.
That's Movie Pass. That's why you were paying for Movie Pass. No,
Jesus Christ.
Well, did you pay for the Movie Pass for your wife as well, you monster?
No.
You monster!
I got one movie. I asked her if she wanted to do it. She didn't want to do it. So, what am I going to do? But anyway.
You're horrible. You don't ask. You do it. You don't ask your wife. You want to. Hey, honey, you want a gift or no? They're always going to say, no, it's okay. They're expecting you to say yes. Have you learned nothing?
Evidently, I have not.
From women.
15 years of marriage gone down the drain.
Jesus Christ.
One night.
Go back to matrimony college.
Oh, I'm gonna have to. Yes. So yeah, I mean, any final thoughts on this thing? First off, it's coming. It's real. Doesn't sound like it's going to be a forever thing. So it really sounds like they're kind of testing the waters. But if they see it grow, I just don't see them why they wouldn't continue it. They
have tested the water. They actually, believe it or not, they did this last gen with the Xbox 360. It was a little different because the way this one was tied was tied together with cable companies. I think it was like a cable company that was offering. It was offering. It was offering Xbox 360s with their bundles.
Was it DirecTV? I think it was DirecTV, wasn't it?
It might have been. I don't remember.
Yeah, okay.
But I remember the and it sounding interesting because it was also the way they put it together. It sounded like a decent deal, but not like this. This is actually a great deal. This is an impulse buy almost. You might say,
and it would be a safe impulse.
Yeah. Now, for all the prices, we also need to consider what could be a potential downfalls of this because
everything has a downfall.
There's a possibility that like what would you think it could be a downfall of this if you have to.
I mean, the one downfall right now is next gen. Like next gen comes out. No one's actually financing this next gen, but you're still paying off for last gen. You're still stuck on this thing. You're like, fuck, I really want to get the new whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm still paying the monthly thing for this thing that has no games. But
then they do a trading option like phones do.
Could be, but yeah.
I mean, if they come this far, why not say, and we'll give you, or we'll clear you, or whatever, or depending on how much you have paid, we'll give you up to $60 to $80, whatever amount to pay for towards the purchase of a new console. Something like that.
A trade-in deal. Yeah.
Suddenly it becomes That was my concern, or a little bit related to my concern, which is suddenly you have the phone plan method, which sounds great and all, but it could also lend itself towards, hey, what about if we make another iteration and this one is better and we get the people to sign up for this
smaller
one?
Life cycles for your consoles.
That
Smaller iterations for the consoles.
Smaller
as well.
iterations,
You know what I mean? Because
suddenly-
it's going to be like, it's not going to be a big leap. It's just going to be a little bump.
Hey, I have the Xbox 2021 and you're still stuck in the Xbox 2019 and my games run faster and better on mine.
That's
because
exactly. I can see that
I
happening
mean,
as well.
it's silly, but hey,
It's possible.
It's possible as well.
Hello, it was silly to think that they can do this, and here they are. It's offered.
Yeah.
So no, it's not impossible that they can suddenly do that. And again,
And somebody argued,
monkey see, monkey do. The other ones will jump right in like, well,
Yeah.
hey, we'll just well, this is a PlayStation 4.5, and then we'll do 5.0.
You're
and
doing it with phones. With
Yearly.
friggin' phones are costing $1,000 now, and we are doing with them, and we don't even think about it twice. We want it because we wanted the new.
Well, that and two, because we don't think about it twice. You know why? Because we're paying monthly for it.
Because we're paying monthly, yeah.
It's just add it to the bill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what it comes down to. So
Yeah.
I can definitely see that happening. I can definitely see that being a problem as well. But one thing that would definitely just throw a whole monkey wrench into this whole situation is I have the quote unquote current gen, but they're 2 iterations ahead, and my version of this particular game runs like shit.
No, at that point, I don't want that on my consoles. At that point, why even own a console?
Correct.
Because now you don't. Yeah.
So that's another.
Now you might as well have a PC.
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But yeah, those are the only potential downfalls I can see to this. To be honest with you, I really can't see much else.
Anybody else have their thoughts? Please share them below because
Absolutely.
we'll be very interested of a lot of topics that we bring to you every week. This is one that I really be interested on seeing what you guys' thoughts are. What do you think about this move? Would you even consider, even if you're like a hardcore? Well, if you're a hardcore, like I've seen on the group, you're gonna scoff at this, be like, "Oh yeah, desperation move. You guys should quit." Yeah. But if you're a conscious gamer, a game agnostic, would you consider? And you already have your PlayStation because, of course, why wouldn't you? Or if you or Xbox actually players, what do you guys think about this new option? Will this make you upgrade to the X, let's say for example, or if you just own the X already, or do you feel betrayed because you weren't given this option, even though you don't have to pay a monthly premium because you already pay for your console, you jackass.
Just nothing to complain about.
Just
really.
sound. I just want to hear I just want to read your thoughts because this is a very
fascinating
topic.
one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I think I don't really have anything else to say other than I'm still considering it, and we'll see what comes out of that. You considering at all jumping back into?
There's some third party games that I would not mind playing. The thing with me is I have a PC. But if I didn't have a PC and I wanted to play something,
this is true
I would definitely consider the X for a 4K screen. If I didn't have a 4K screen, then definitely the S.
Oh, really?
Because it doesn't make a lot of sense to get the X if you're not going to take the advantages of 4K, because that's basically almost the reason why you will get one.
Yeah. You don't have 4K TV.
The other ones, you're not going to see the real benefits of it. Just like you want to see the full benefits of a Pro.
Makes sense.
So,
all right, guys. Well, that brings us to the end of an awesome episode, the real episode 123. Thanks so much for tuning in. As always, guys, go to goodgame.tech. Join the conversation there. We actually had a good back and forth the other night regarding an American video game character.
Yes, that was actually an epic thread. We appreciate your participation. There was
Absolutely.
a lot of crazy discussion about, this character is not American because it was created in Japan, but it was created as an American character. But no, because it was created in England or whatever. It was really fun.
It was hilarious, and I'm glad you guys joined in. I'm gonna do that a little more often, once in a blue. Just throw it out there, see what people say, and have some fun with it.
Fun fact.
Absolutely.
That's how the group started, actually.
That
Literally,
is.
the first few posts were questions like that.
Yeah.
To the 5 of us that were there.
Yeah, at the time.
At the beginning.
Yeah.
And look at us now. We're 400 strong.
That's right.
So please invite your friends so we can actually grow, because we've been kind of stagnant lately.
Yeah, it's okay. We're selective. And
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. We're not selecting bots. We're selecting people.
That's right. Also, guys, please like, subscribe, and share the podcast, as always, please, with everyone. And if you listen to this on iTunes, leave us a review. It helps us out as well.
Yes.
So this is Arnaldo, a.k.a. Mad Dog, signing off this week. Mr. David Santos.
Cyberpunk has the potential of ruining gaming, because suddenly no other game is going to match its awesomeness.
I agree.
So do we really want Cyberpunk?
I do.
Maybe not. Maybe it's a situation like, the golden chicken, is it?
The golden goose?
The golden goose?
That lays the golden eggs?
Yes, that one.
Oh.
You don't wanna have the
Sir, I want a golden goose.
You don't want the whole golden goose. You think you do, but you're not ready. You're not ready.
I think I am, sir. I'm not ready for that game. But I am ready for a golden goose.
I'm ready for another beer.
All right, guys. So we'll see you next week. GG!